What it do? Bedtime crew. Hey man, listen, today I'm trying to enjoy UFC 313 fight week. There's a fucking hurricane coming towards me for some reason, but it's not going to stop me from doing what I love to do, which is to hate on Jon Jones and rant about the UFC, because this fucking heavyweight division right now is a disaster, bro. Like, why is my mic fucking clipping, bro? What are you doing? Hopefully that's not too loud, bro. This heavyweight division is pissing me off, man, because Dana White is going on First Take. Listen, Jon Jones, Alex Pereira, that's a huge fight. Listen, Jon Jones will fight anybody except Tom Aspinall and Jan Blaydes and Francis Ngannou back in the day. Listen, Jon Jones will fight anybody. He's going on there talking about Jones versus Pereira. He's saying that it's Jones versus Pereira, excuse me. He's talking about Jones versus Aspinall. Apparently that's going to be happening in the summer. I'll believe it when I see it, because right now it's Tom Aspinall every week on YouTube just, what's up everybody? Just had some bicarbonate soda. And, we're waiting for Jon Jones for the fight, I'm very excited for this fight, And we've got the fucking active heavyweight champion that's able to beat everybody sitting around for a fucking year waiting for this fucking guy, Jon Jones. On top of that, we've got Apex main events weekly. We've got fucking March and Tybura headlining 4 fight nights in a row. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with March Tybura. I'm just saying we've got blob main events every week. We've got Tailison Teixeira winning 1 fight, and this guy's fucking ranked now. Not to mention UFC 313. We've got Curtis Blaydes, one of the best contenders in the UFC, fighting some random juicehead blob from Russia. So this division is just, and on top of that, we have Cyril Gane in this fucking division. So UFC's heavyweight division is in shambles. We have an inactive champion holding up the company for money. We have a real active champion who's being forced to sit around waiting for this old fuck. We have Cyril Gane existing in this division, and a bunch of random blobs on the come up as the future, if that's what you want to call it, of this division. Like, don't worry guys, it's gonna get good, bro. Mick Parkin's on the come up. Don't worry guys, we've got Volta Walker, the clean monster, coming up. Don't worry guys, things are gonna get good soon. We've got Waldo Cortez Acosta. Fuck that. So today, now that I've got all the main problems off my chest, I want to talk about what the UFC heavyweight division needs to be doing to be successful. I feel like I'm not, it's not ridiculous to say I'm the best matchmaker on YouTube, bro. Like, you can say what you want about my predictions. You can say what you want about, I don't know what else you could even hate on me, for real. I'm low-key goated, but you cannot hate on my matchmaking, okay, dude? So let's talk about this, man. First things first agenda on the fucking agenda, whatever you want to say. Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall. Come on, bro. Now, I won't go as far as to say, like, oh, dude, if Jones is asking for fucking 50 million, just pay him. I'm not shilling out that much money for this decision merch, and I'm not fucking doing that. If Jones is literally making it impossible to make this fight like he did with Francis Ngannou, okay, bro, sit out another 3 years, bro. Go ahead, man. Because I promise you no one's going to miss Jon Jones except fucking old heads on Twitter, bro. Like, I guarantee you not that many people, when Jones retires, or if this fight doesn't happen, we're going to be annoyed, bro. We're going to be, damn, I wish that shit happened, man. I wanted to see it. But at the end of the day, as soon as the UFC announces Tom Aspinall versus Alex Pereira or something like that, we're going to forget about this fucking guy really quickly, because he's fought 2 times since March. Yeah, since fucking March 2023, bro. He literally fought in March 2023, and then he fought in November last year. And neither of those wins are really that, like, oh my god, man, Stipe Miocic. I think the Cyril Gane win is probably equivalent to Tom Aspinall's best win, which is either Curtis Blaydes or Sergey Pavlovich. So I would say those are pretty equal in terms of quality, right? But it's two and a half years ago at this point. So it's really not as like, well, I don't know, man. You can't really say shit about Jones, bro. He beat Cyril Gane. Yeah, 2 fucking years ago, coming off a win over Tai Tuivasa, who we'll get to later. So the sooner we can make this happen, the sooner this division gets rolling, right? It's either Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall. I don't need to explain to you why we need to see this fight. Or you just strip Jon Jones, you just send him off to do fucking IG reels and fucking, I don't know, whatever this guy thinks he's doing with his career. I don't know what this guy thinks is so important outside of fighting. Send him off to go do that, and let's get Tom Aspinall versus Alex Pereira. Even if he loses to Big Ank, which I think is going to happen. I think Tom Aspinall versus Alex Pereira is a sick fight. I think it's cool. I think it's a big name. So give us John Jones versus Tom Aspinall fucking ASAP, please. I'm sick of this division. As for the rest of the contenders, okay, I'm going to split this into 3 sections, all right? I've got the title picture, which obviously the most urgent issue is getting John Jones versus Tom Aspinall put together, all right? And I would say the next biggest thing is Alex Pereira, because I think, maybe this is a bold take, I think this is a pretty solid prediction. I think win or lose against Big Ank, Alex Pereira's moving up to heavyweight, bro. I feel it in my fucking bones, dude. The way Dana White, and especially Joe Rogan, these bald fuckers, they have like a telepathic connection, bro. That's why I don't trust bald people, dude. I always feel like they're up to something, like they all know something we don't, bro. I feel like Joe Rogan's always like, just let the guy go up to heavyweight, man. Just let him go up, you know? And enough of that glaze will finally get to Dana White where he goes, listen, kid, how do you not give Alex Pereira a title shot at heavyweight? Listen, we're going to give this kid whatever he wants. So I'm thinking Alex Pereira, in my opinion, loses to Big Ankalaev at UFC 313. I think a great way to send him up to heavyweight, similar to what we did when we brought him from middleweight up to light heavyweight, I think Volkov versus Pereira actually makes a lot of sense. Now, this was rumored for some reason at 313. I'm really glad this didn't happen. I think win or lose against Ankalaev, if we get Jones versus Tom Aspinall, this is the fight to make, because Volkov beat Cyril Gane. That's just number one. I'm going to just say that off rip. There's no fucking point debating it. He beat Cyril Gane, right? Volkov deserves a number one contendership fight. So I would say Volkov versus Pereira is a pretty decent test for Alex at heavyweight. It's a big guy, very well-rounded, very like on a good run. Improved a lot, training partner of Magomed Ankalaev recently for his fight against Pereira. So I think there's a little something to that. There's something to that. There really is. I believe Alex Pereira has a bit of bad blood with Alexander Vlhakov. I really do. Right? So Volkov versus Pereira. I can't even remember this guy's name when I go into jail. Like when I go into jail, I start forgetting how to say people's names, bro. He takes over me like venom, dog. But Volkov versus Pereira, it's a good test for Alex. It's a good reward for Volkov, considering he got robbed so fucking badly against Cyril Gane. And I also think it's not as like, all right, Alex, here's fucking Tom Aspinall, who's going to take you down immediately. Here's John Jones, who's going to take you down immediately, right? Especially if he's coming off a loss. You can't just throw him in for the belt straight away. I think Volkov's more of a striker, so it's a little bit more favorable to getting, hopefully, Alex Pereira fighting for the heavyweight title. We're chasing that 3-champ status. I think this is pretty fair. So I would say Jones versus Aspinall and Volkov versus Pereira should be the next major moves at heavyweight. Now, let's talk about the other top contenders, which is literally just 2 people. It's fucking, 4 people, excuse me. It's like Cyril Gane, it's fucking Sergey Pavlovich, it's Jailton Almeida, and it's Curtis Blaydes, right? Like, what do you do with these 4 actually talented heavyweights? And then we'll talk about the blobs. We'll talk about the comedy section later, okay, dude? We'll talk about the fucking buffet line after this, all right? Cyril Gane, your time has come, brother. There's no way out of this one. This guy is not going to get away with robbing Alexander Volkov and pulling fucking leg locks and holding up this division, filming fucking Paw Patrol trilogies on Netflix, trying to fucking become, I don't know whether this kid thinks he's Jason Statham or what, but we got to get this fucking bozo out of the top 5 immediately and stop giving him hope that he's going to get a title shot, because he has some weird fucking perception of reality where he thinks, I feel like Tony Soprano going in on this kid right now. This guy has no idea what it's like to be number 1. This guy thinks that he can just get a fucking title shot by beating some random person by split decision every year. Fuck that. All right? Your options are fucked. You're either fighting Jailton Almeida or maybe Sergey Pavlovich. You know what I'm gonna assign you? You know what I'm gonna cast you? I cast you to get bladed, bro. People may be looking at this, and for some reason they would go, dude, what? Dude, I don't know, man. Curtis Blaydes might strike with him. What is Cyril Gane gonna do to Curtis Blaydes striking, bro? Please tell me. Please tell me a person that Cyril Gane has KO'd. That's top 5 caliber. Please tell me their name, because there isn't one, bro. What's he gonna do to Curtis Blaydes, bro? He's gonna fucking tap leg kicks at range. He's gonna try and point fight Curtis Blaydes. Curtis Blaydes is gonna go at him, pumping hard jabs, I don't know if that's a pause or not. I'm just going to throw one on just to be safe. I think Curtis Blaydes takes this guy down. You know what actually happens in this fight? And I love it because I think it would really spell the demise of Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane would take down Curtis Blaydes somehow, or, you know, end up in a good grappling position after a scramble. And I just know this French fucker would pull a leg lock or something, or roll for a knee bar, and then Curtis Blaydes would just bounce his head off the canvas with ground and pound. I think this guy would literally get bladed by Curtis Blaydes. I hope this is what happens. Like, I'm like, dream timeline here. Curtis Blaydes beats Rizvan Kuniev, sends him back to fucking Sizzler, whatever buffet he came from, fights Cyril Gane in a fight night main event. Oh man, Cyril Gane's flicking gay little leg kicks at range. Oh shit, man. Rolls for a leg lock. Curtis Blaydes start dropping bombs. John Anik goes, ooh, drops him out cold, body, like, head bouncing off the fucking canvas. That's what you deserve for your fucking fighting style, your inactivity, your fucking Dana White privilege gifted title shots. Let's do Cyril Gane versus Curtis Blaydes as our solution to the Cyril Gane problem, right? And you can't really, like, what bargaining power does this fucking guy have, dude? He's going to leave and go film Paw Patrol 4. Nah, dude. You're fighting Curtis Blaydes in the Apex, buddy. That's what you're getting, all right? As for Jailton Almeida, he's coming off a nice little win streak right now, dude. I'm not going to lie. Jailton Almeida, Curtis Blaydes and I, we had to fraud check Jailton Almeida. Obviously, I gave Blaydes the game plan. People don't really know that, but I was behind the camp for that one, and I let him know that ground and pound was going to be there. I just didn't have the cameras on, obviously. It was behind-the-scenes stuff. You know, that lit a fire under Jailton Almeida. Losing to Curtis Blaydes really motivated Jailton Almeida. He's on a nice run right now, and Tom Aspinall has even given him respect. You know, Jailton Almeida, he's a great fighter. I'd love to fight him, you know. By the way, you wouldn't happen to sell grapes here, would you? You know? I love those fucking Tom Aspinall videos, dude. I can't stop quoting them. But Jailton Almeida, he's a fucking problem at 265, right? He's a problem at heavyweight. I think that a pretty good fight to send him up to a title shot or maybe a title elimination bout, Sergey Pavlovich, okay? Now, there's something about this matchup that I fuck with, bro, because I was going to do Curtis Blaydes versus Marcin Tybura, or maybe Blaydes versus Almeida 2. I was going to do Gane versus Pavlovich, because I'm trying to think via the Gane duck mentality of, let me not face a grapple, let me face Sergey Pavlovich, who's just going to trudge at me with his blockhead, swinging fucking hooks, and I'll just jab at range. And I thought, why am I going to reward this guy when I could get him bladed by Curtis Blaydes, and I could do this Pride FC matchup? I don't know what happens in this fight. Like, I don't actually know. And I like that. Because most of these heavyweight fights, when they get booked, it's like, oh, fuck. Like, oh, this guy's about to get decision, you know what I mean? Oh, this guy's about to get blobbed, you know what I mean? This is genuinely a weird matchup that makes it unpredictable. Because their styles just don't match whatsoever. Jailton Almeida is like a nut-hugging fucking, like, SCP. Like, he just dives at you, spamming fucking takedowns and shit, like trying to get on your back and choke you out, right? And Sergey Pavlovich, as stated previously, Iron Golem, bro, just walking at you, winging hooks, dude. So I want to see how these two match up against each other. I think this is a very good title elimination-ish type of bout. Like, I wouldn't give the winner of this a title shot if it's Sergey Pavlovich, but if he KOs Almeida, like, you can kind of get, like, it depends who the champion is. I guess that's what I'll say, man. If Tom Aspinall somehow loses to Alex Pereira and, you know, Pavlovich beats Jailton Almeida, they're going to throw him in there against Pereira rather than throwing Blaydes in there against him, right? Like, they want Pereira versus Gane. They want Pereira versus Pavlovich. Like, the last thing they want to do is have Jailton Almeida fucking choke out Alex Pereira. I can almost guarantee you that. Same with Curtis Blaydes. They're not trying to throw Curtis Blaydes in there with Alex Pereira because they know what's going to happen, dude. Curtis Blaydes will probably try and strike with him. Let's be real. The thing about Curtis Blaydes, he literally could fucking smash Pereira if he tried, bro. But I know he would go in there and strike with him. So listen, I'll talk with him. We'll get in camp. We'll make sure we'll seal up the defenses. But yeah, listen. How do you not make this fight? Sergey Pavlovich, Jailton Almeida. Crazy fight. All right. So now that we've got the actual good heavyweights out of the way, we've got Tom Aspinall, John Jones, you know, Blaydes, Pavlovich, Gane, Almeida, Volkov, all the actual good, talented, somewhat athletic heavyweights that actually want to be a champion. Let's just talk about the rest of the division, this fucking clown show of just blobs and random fucking people. First fight, probably the biggest fight you can make right now in the UFC heavyweight division. Good fight there. Strange fight there. Little bit winning and losing, brother. That's how you know this is a real fight. I'm pretty sure this is booked by the UFC, and I like it, bro. Because this is actually somewhat... Listen, I'm never going to get on my YouTube channel. And I'm never going to say to you guys, dude, Sergey Spivac's actually pretty good. Okay? You will never catch me getting on here trying to gaslight you. I don't know, man. Sergey Spivac, dude, this guy's a problem. You will never catch me on here being like, this guy's a bad, bad man. But he actually has good grappling, right? This is an intriguing matchup. Okay, Shamil is so big. What the fuck, bro? But listen, bro, this is an intriguing matchup. I think this is official. If Shamil Gaziev wins this, we actually have to talk about this guy fighting a top 5 level opponent, and I love it, bro, because I could see him winning this. I could see him blobbing on fucking Sergey Spivac. At the same time, I'm worried that Spivac will like do a basic submission on Shamil and just tap him out. You know, I don't know. This might be where the rubber meets the road for our coach Shamil Gaziev, but I think this is a very good matchup to make in the heavyweight division. I'm glad that this is being made. If I think it's official. If it's not, it should be, because this is a good fight. All right, let's do Sergey Spivac versus Big Shamil. All right, dude. Now, next guy we need to talk about is Mick Parkin, because I'm getting fucking sick of hearing about this guy, man. I'm getting really sick of hearing about this guy. And the problem that I have with Mick Parkin is I think he's going to beat Marcin Tybura. Like, I like Marcin Tybura. I picked him to beat Jonata Deniz. And I enjoy when Tybura just blobs on these people and just fraud checks them. My only problem is, like, when he fights athletic boxing type fighters, like people that actually have some sort of ability to move, that kind of quick on their feet a little bit. That's literally the only upside of Parkin. When people talk about Mick Parkin, I'm like, wow, this guy must be really good. And then I watch him, and it's literally just Chris Dorcas. So I feel like the only way to solve this puzzle of the great Mick Parkin is just throw Derek Lewis in there with him, bro. Derek Lewis told this guy, I'm 100% convinced Derek Lewis sleeps this fucking guy. I just know for a fact that, you know, and the thing about it, I know people are going to be mad about this. Welcome to my fucking world, dude. Because there was a time back in 2021, I believe, where Curtis Blaydes, my GOAT, was running high, running roughshod over this division, and he pieced up Derek Lewis and then got genuinely fluked with an uppercut. So now, all these and I don't know how you can be a Mick Parkin super fan. Like, Curtis Blaydes is kind of cool, bro. You can't lie. He's got aura, right? But Mick Parkin, bro, people are fucking glazing Mick Parkin, dude. It's just a random British fat guy. But the thing is, man, every UFC heavyweight, you know, with a little bit of skill, they got to go through this, bro. They've got to experience the piecing up Derek Lewis and then getting KO'd out cold. So, Mick Parkin, this is where the fucking end happens for you, brother. Let's make sure that Mick Parkin gets through Marcin Tybura, and then I think match him up with Derek Lewis and just watch him get chinned with an overhand. I'm certain Derek Lewis fucking wins this. I'm certain of it, man. And the thing about Derek Lewis is we've always got the Shamil Gaziev fight in our back pocket. If Shamil loses to Spivac, boom, book him against Derek Lewis. If he beats Spivac and Derek Lewis gets a win, boom, main event, Shamil versus Derek. Biggest fight in the division. So that fight's always going to be there. That's why I would rather see him beat someone like somewhat hyped up as like a serious prospect. I can't take him seriously, bro, but I know that people do. Okay, Chris Dorcas 2 versus Derek Lewis. Let's get it in there, man. All right, last two guys to talk about. Some actual talented, athletic heavyweights with a little bit of promise. First guy I want to talk about, Kennedy Nzechukwu, man. Kennedy Nzechukwu, I believe in this guy's fucking title run right now. He actually has skills, man. He's got the lighter man skill, and I think it's time to get Tuivasa out of here. All right, man. Tai Tuivasa, bro. Oh, my God. I've done enough rants about this guy. I'm not going to lie, bro. I went on a date with a girl, and she was like, oh, you do YouTube or whatever? I was like, yeah, bro. I showed her a video of me raging about Tai Tuivasa, bro. So that's how far this meme has become of me calling Tai Tuivasa DJ Khaled, a circle. I'm going to stop making fun of Tai Tuivasa. I'm just going to mercifully kind of let him go. I'm going to burn the t-shirt and I'm going to feed him to Kennedy and Zechiku and just say, goodbye, brother. You know, you had a good run. We had a good time together. You know, me and you back in the day, Tuivasa, we had some good times. But now it's time for you to go, my brother. All right? BKFC's waiting for you, man. And I'm not talking, I didn't say KFC. I said BKFC is waiting for you, bro. Okay? Let's get Tai Tuivasa versus Kennedy and Zechiku, who's actually really good. I actually like Nzechukwu's chances to be a top contender at heavyweight. I think he's pretty good. All right. Last guy to talk about, we're going to talk about Tailison Teixeira. Now, I made a lot of jokes about this guy before UFC 312. I did say, oh, dude, oh my God, Tailison Teixeira, this kid's a superstar. He put on a pretty good performance. He beat Justin Tafa in about 20 seconds flat. So I think that the battle for number 15 at heavyweight, let's get two, bro, this guy's so fucking tough. Let's get Tailison Teixeira versus Walter Walker, who's the only heavyweight that knows jiu-jitsu. You know what I'm saying? We're dealing with two elite prospects here. We've got one guy who realistically should be playing for the fucking Mavericks right now. Like, they literally need your help, bro. Right? He's a somewhat big, tall, athletic man, and he's already ranked number 15 at heavyweight just by one fight. And the other guy, like I said, literally the only heavyweight that knows jiu-jitsu except for Tom Aspinall. It's fucking crazy, the level of entry to get in this division. Let's match them up with each other. I want to see what happens, dude. Because if Walter Walker heel hooks this guy, he's literally Brazilian Cyril Gane before he turned heel. You know what I'm saying? So I think that this is a pretty cool fight. And yeah, I'm excited to see what Tailison Teixeira does in the division. I also think Walter Walker, he is a meme, but now that he's in shape, I actually think he'll go far in this division. So there is some, like, oh God, this division is fucking dismal, dude. This is the literal future of the division. Like, I was just about to say the words, there's some hope for the future. Walter Walker, bro. Tailison Teixeira, dog. Fucking Kennedy and Zechiku, who's like losing the OSP at light heavyweight. Now he's the future of heavyweight. So hopefully we get some really good prospects. I saw the Mario Pinto KO. I don't think the Austin Lane title run's going to happen anymore after that, unfortunately, which is kind of sad. You know, I was kind of wrong about that. But otherwise, this division's cooked. Let's get some good fights at least and hope that some random genetic freak decides to take up the sport and become a future champion, because otherwise it's just going to be 5 years of Tom Aspinall. The thing about Tailison Teixeira, he's a great fighter. I'd love to fight him, Like, it's going to be just Tom Aspinall beating up random blobs. So let's get some exciting fucking people. Let's get some talented fighters in this division, or else we're going to be fucking cooked. Let's get Jones versus Aspinall. Let's get some new prospects. Let's get some good contender fights going. Let's get Alex Pereira to move up and save this division. That's my opinions on heavyweight. Let me know down below though, man. What are you guys thinking right now of this Jones-Aspinall fight? Do you think it's going to happen? Who do you think is going to win? What do you think of the fights that I made? How do you think Alex Pereira is going to do at heavyweight? Let me hear all that shit in the comments down below, man. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bedtime MMA. I will see you guys in the next video, man. Goodbye.